Hello, it's Kelly with K9 Partners Training coming back to you. This channel is designed, at least that's my hope, to provide information, dog training tips, resources, fresh ideas, and things that you can do with any kind of dog. So that's how K9 Partners Training began. I've had a long history of dog training in my past. Within the last maybe 4 years, became certified. But it started in Detroit, a little girl in Detroit. That's where I grew up. And my very first job was grooming a Malamute by the name of Shortcake. And I would groom and brush that dog and have her sit and lay down and stand up, and I would walk her around and do whatever I could as that little tyke that I was. I don't know, maybe I was 7, 6, 7, something like that. And in the 70s, that's, what 60s and 70s, that's what I did. And I had my own dog. There was a giant schnauzer in the neighborhood. There was hunting dogs. There were pugs. There were all kinds of dogs in my neighborhood. But anyway, a little bit of, like I said, I'm trying to give you a little bit more about my background. I trained all of our dogs with Dan Morris in Livonia. I owe a deepest gratitude to Dan. He has been an endless source of information, patience, and information. He's helped me quite a bit. All the way from my very first dog, Rottweiler, as an adult, after I got married. We had one Rottweiler and a Doberman who went through the dance program, and then another Doberman, and then I sent oodles and oodles and oodles of people to him. And Dan just knows dogs, just plain and simple knows dogs. So I went through all of these dogs with Dan, and then I needed a service dog. So I adopted Beau from a wonderful organization called Good Karma Rescue in Waterford. Hi, Shar. Hope you see it. I love this dog, and he's the best thing that ever happened to me. So he is a mobility service dog for some of my issues that I have physically. And I started training, doing what they call an owner-trained service dog. So he is a full-fledged, certified service dog and a therapy dog, because he does DPT, which is deep pressure therapy. Does that very well. He does a litany of tasks, retrieval. He steadies me when I get up off the floor, all kinds of things. So I did that training on my own, and with Dan's help, of course. And then I began the certification program. Every time, I guess I want to give you a little bit more information about me, because I don't think, since I've relocated to Florida, not everybody knows me like my Michiganders. So anyway, it's June. It's National Safety Month, and it's also Pride Month. So if you celebrate either, happy June. We are going to be talking about, especially here in Florida, the heat index. And, in some cooler climates, maybe people might leave the windows down. Not here. Not anytime. Don't ever leave a dog in a hot car. I've seen it too many times. Also, here in Florida, we have to think about asphalt temperature. I will link a chart below in the comments below, a chart that talks about if it's whatever degrees outside, this is what the asphalt temperature is. Beau has a number of different boot options. He has like a chemical version. He has a hot and a cold boot type. A whole bunch of things. Sometimes I even have a pair of like little kid socks that I bought at the dollar store, and I'll put coconut oil on his pads at night if they're getting rough. So, like, I do that in combination of nail trimming day. So that's just an organic coconut oil, because if they lick it off, it's perfectly safe. I used to use lanolin, but lanolin, number one, is harder to come by and quite pricey. So I have gone the coconut oil way. And I learned about that from I believe it was the La Leche League when I was breastfeeding my children when they were little. Same thing, you can put it where it needs to go, and then it's okay for human consumption. So anyway, in June, we talk about don't leave dogs in hot cars, and actually feel the pavement before you walk your dog. Even if you have to train and do enrichment inside the house if it's too hot, that's fine. There's also something that I've noticed, that people don't want to use their leash inside. I use my leash inside all the time, whether it's a tethering situation, whether they're just having a day and they just need to be with me, and I literally strap them to my body as they follow me around the house on lead, or if we're working on place and like a downstay, as some people call it, we can use the leash for that purpose as well. No problem. And I also really enjoy a street leash, which is only like this long. So, and that can dangle and he doesn't get really tangled up in it. And it's always there. It's kind of like what we call in Michigan, an oh shit handle, like in the car. So anyway, that is what we have going on for June. Good news, Beau and I are taking a road trip up to Michigan. We're leaving on Tuesday. We will be doing a bunch of personal things and dog training. So if you need an appointment, I will be in multiple locations throughout the state. Go ahead and hit me up on my contact page, which is K9partnerstraining.com. And if you need our foundation basics class, you need a private consultation, you need a walk-in train. And what a walk-in train is that I come and walk with you and coach you, because we teach you how to train your dog. And it's a relationship thing most of the time. So if you have some issues or you need a little freshen up, like a summer spruce up with leash skills or manners, or maybe you have a really big question that's just one of those little things, really, but we can devise a plan and come up with a plan for you and your dog to conquer whatever it is. A lot of it is structure and relationships. So if you need anything, just give me a holler at K9 Partners Training. And until next time, keep on training.